Hi Libra, and welcome to your March 2023 reading. This is a reading for all Libra identifying people, as I like to say, and anybody who just found this channel and likes the title and is resonating with this and can take something with them for their situation. Let's see what's going on. Did I say 2023? March 2023? It's 2024. I don't remember. Anyway, you know what I mean, 2024. I already said, I think in the Leo reading, it's freaky to me that it's 2024 already. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So yeah, let's see, Libra, what's going on for you, what the cards want to talk about. Page of Wands in the reverse. Well. There is an energy maybe coming out of a little bit of an impulsiveness this month. Maybe it's a little bit difficult to get what you want. Maybe you have a little bit of pent up energy, maybe too much energy, maybe a teenage-like energy. Maybe you're just like out and about and it's becoming, it could be too much adventure, too much partying, or just some frustration that we don't get to a place where we want to go, and therefore we might just escape in environments or into environments that are exciting us, I want to say. But let's get more context, because with the Page of Wands in the reverse, you know, it could be just like an ego thing where we're like getting frustrated about not really getting what we want. Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's weird, because with the Ace of Pentacles, something seems to open up, or seem to open up as a stable and a very grounded and a very also long-term opportunity that presents itself here beginning of March. It could be that we want to talk about being careful not standing in our own way. So I feel like you're stepping into a new path, or you're stepping into a new endeavor. Maybe you're investing into something. Maybe there is something presenting itself that makes you money, or you're deciding to start new routine, and for some reason this might bring up, I mean, this can bring up resistance if we really are stepping into a stable new situation, or there's a door opening and we're not quite sure if we want to take it, or maybe our teenage self or parts of our teenage self are sabotaging a thing. So I would be careful this month to not let some unresolved youth trauma, I want to say, sabotage something that could be really good in the long run, you know, that could be really stable and good in the long term. So I'm not quite sure. Let's see how this turns out. You could also be dealing with a person that is immature around you, that kind of challenges you, or especially a teenager or a person who is younger, a fire sign. Oh, King of Pentacles. Well, okay, it seems like just a small hiccup, and it's probably about just letting go of old pain, I want to say. Letting go of old pain. Maybe there's a little bit of disappointment. Maybe there's also a sense of saying goodbye to something, because you have the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is most definitely stepping into their established, very sophisticated, very stable sense of self. So let's see if this works. I want to try this out. Yeah, nice. Look at that. I got some new technology here. Yeah, this King of Pentacles, as you can see, is very much in his power, or in her power. And he very well knows how to establish security, safety, groundedness for him or herself. So I think this is just maybe a new path that you're taking that just comes with a little bit of a challenging hiccup energy, where it's like, okay, this is new, this is a little frustrating, but in the end I will get there, you know. It is something that is gonna work out just fine. Very beautiful, actually. This could just be little, you know, when we are in stepping into a new thing, into a new I want to say adventure because we have the Chariot here as well, and I will talk about that in a second. Then things might come up that just trigger us a little bit. With the Page of Wands, it's not a biggie, you know. We can still be quite youthful. Maybe we need to curse a little more or something. So maybe we have a lot of aggressive, like microaggressive energy that needs to just express itself. But in the end, we are really coming into our own power here. Also financially. So maybe financially there is something that's changing, or that you're taking on a chance that really works out well. With the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Swords, in this particular combination and in this particular deck, the 10 of Swords is a card in this deck that is here 2 times. We have one where it's just like saying 10 of Swords, and we have one in this deck that says everything is fine, if you can see that. So I think this combination, it looks dark, it looks grim, yes, but still I think this is just maybe, especially with the Ace of Pentacles here, this is just maybe a moment where we grieve what needs to go, or where we grieve the old, where we give that feeling space, here with the 5 of Cups, and where we kind of accept that something is ending, so something new can start. And we're going on a journey here. So it's that feeling of acceptance, maybe also of a little bit of a changing situation, or of a new path, that we kind of have to leave something old behind. As I said, with the everything is fine, 10 of Swords, it's really like for our highest good that something has to end, that we're quitting something, or that we're ending a situation, to just step more and more in our power. And that might come with grief, even though it's a good thing that you're stepping out of a situation, or that you're moving forward, or moving into a new adventure or new path. So yeah, I would just allow myself to also feel the uncomfortable emotions about the situation, about this new path, especially because the Page of Wands could act out if we don't. So that's kind of like the combination of cards might suggest that if we don't allow ourselves to feel maybe a loss, or it could just be, and I'm talking about like my own situation, you know, it's I'm about to move out of my apartment where I lived in for 6 years, and it's just, I'm really excited to move, but at the same time I'm also sad to leave this place, you know. It's and I want to allow myself to feel that grief of losing a place that I spent so much time with, and that I have a lot of memories in. So yeah, maybe it's just that, but still it brings you to much more stability, much more groundedness, much more into a much more accomplished situation. And it could be a business thing, it could be a thing that is about money, it could be a thing that is about your career. So this looks really beautiful. It seems like you've made it to a very safe and secure place in March. Okay, nice. So let's see where this is going when it comes to relationships. This could be any relationship, doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but of course it can be a romantic relationship, but we are not limiting these readings. It could be, you know, a family member, it could be a colleague, it could be a good friend. All right, let's see. This other person, you could be dealing with an earth sign, because we do have the King of Pentacles here, Taurus, Capricorn, especially Taurus. That's a lot of cards, 8 of Wands in the reverse. Not a lot of movement maybe right now. The Sun in the reverse for this other person, this is very strange. The Sun in the reverse is, for me, a card that is, all in all, it's very positive, especially for this person, what's happening, but they might not see that it's positive, or in this relationship situation, they might not be able to fully show themselves to you, or their authentic selves. Still, the Sun is always a good card. So there is a need maybe to bring light into a situation. Maybe there's a need for another person to bring light in this situation. Or maybe this person is understanding that this connection is a blessing in disguise. Also, it could be something that you might not see coming. With the Sun, something good that you might not see coming, that hasn't presented itself yet with the Sun card. The Strength in the reverse. Okay, I mean, there's a little bit of a dramatic energy here with the Page of Wands and the Strength card in the reverse. Maybe impatience, maybe things feel a little dramatic, maybe there is a sense of either wanting to force something or maybe even a feeling like my passions are not good for me, or it's self-destructive. What I want, the things that I want, or the people that I want, or the connections that I want are not good for me. You know, that's the Strength card, or it's burning you out. There's a lot of fire here, the Sun and the Strength card, and they're both in the reverse. So there could be maybe a holding back, also a very strong holding back from both parties. A person might not be showing themselves, and you might not be showing your passion, or it could be really burning you out. The situation could be burning you out. It's either or. Either way, it's a little bit dramatic. So it's with the Page of Wands also, it's kind of frustrating. There's a sense of frustration because we cannot really get what we want, and we don't really feel like right now maybe we can direct our passions well. Still with the Sun card, it's for some reason a good thing. Don't ask me why. Ooh, King of Swords. Well, I mean, it seems like there's communication about a situation, or there might be communication about a situation at this time, and it is about, there might be a situation where you really have to do the right thing, where you have to calm down, where you have to calm your passion down, where you have to calm the fire down, where you really have to come from a very level-headed, clear-minded space, both of those parties. It doesn't really matter if it's a love situation or not, because with the King of Swords, we want to just do what's best. And I think both people agree here, because with the King of Swords upright, both people think the same way, both people want to do the same thing, and both people want to do the smart thing, whatever that means. I think there needs to be communication, or there will be communication, there will be a mutual understanding about the situation, and there will be a very strategic and smart plan maybe made together forward. It might be, what I see, I mean, the King brings fire energy. So the King is a fire card in general, but it might be that we need to really rein in our drive, our passion for a connection or for a friendship, or, you know, when we're like, well, yeah, this happened and it kind of really makes me angry, but we gotta do the rational thing here. And yeah, that's what I see. And as I said, I think both parties agree here what the rational thing is. This is too much. Yeah, maybe you're not saying certain things because it happened. Yeah, the Eight of Wands was in the reverse earlier when these cards fell out. So things are not said, or haven't been said from both sides. And maybe a certain drive towards a connection has been held back, and another person maybe might not be showing themselves. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, there's all these fire energy in the reverse. So it's really either a strong holding back of passions, or some dramatic energy that is going on outside of this connection that this other person has to deal with. Or this person is a drama queen. I hope not. Well, Five of Pentacles. You don't feel to... Five of Pentacles in the reverse. That's very good. That's very grown, actually, because I think you're not letting this situation chip away from your self-esteem or make you feel left out or anything. It's just like, okay, that's the way it is. It's not about my worth, or it doesn't have to be hard, therefore, or I don't want to make it hard, or I don't want to be the victim, you know, I don't want to be victimized or victimize myself in this. Maybe even heart stretches over. But it seems like for this other person, it feels somewhat more, I mean, not dramatic, but maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, a Leo in particular. And it's maybe hard for them or very out of character. If it would be a Leo, this would be very, would make a lot of sense. Maybe it's very out of character for them to not being able to show themselves fully and to bring out their personality. The Fool in the reverse. It seems like there is really not a time where we're super open and unbiased about a connection. It's more like, let's do what's right. You know, it's not like, oh, whatever, let's just go with the flow. It's more like, no, let's do the thing that is responsible, also with the King of Swords. One more card. Yeah, the Fool in the reverse is saying, I'm not gonna do a super risky thing here. The Moon. Yeah, there's a lot of unknown energies, things that are not clear, things that are not really on the surface, things that are maybe feeling a little psychic and too much, as the Five of Cups in the reverse, Page of Cups. This could change. I think the way this feels will eventually change into a much more open-hearted situation. But right now, it's a lot there's a lot of mind energy going on, like emotional distance. I want to say passion. Yes, passion held back. But emotional distance and somewhat controlling, but in a good way, in a smart way, not in a, you know, sadistic way or anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna check where my Crowley deck is. So here, sorry, I put that away. One card from the Crowley deck. That's two. They always wanna, all those guides wanna give me more cards. Oh, Ten of Wands. This seems like a lot of work right now. With the Ten of Wands, it seems like this is a lot of, yeah, the Ten of Wands is also passion held back or passion being suppressed, movement being suppressed, and I think this is about this connection. And this, it seems like a burden a little bit to not be able to express freely and to express very composed, in a very composed way, and not in a just free way. And this is what's making things a little hard here. Yeah, it's a stretch where we kind of have to accept that there is not a lot of movement right now. But you're working on your own stability, and that works out really well. So I wouldn't, you know, it's really important that you are focusing on yourself right now, because it seems like you have a really good chance to come to a place where you feel like finally you've arrived at this established thing, you know. So it's important to focus on yourself right now, for sure. You're very stable at the same time. There's all these things going on, but you're very grounded. There's a lot of things going on, especially with the Ten of Wands. Okay, one oracle card. Oh, interesting. That's different. Grandparents. You have a special connection with your grandparents that can never break. This is a German deck. I also have a German channel. Check out my German speaking channel if you are a German speaker. And you can already hear that I'm not a native English speaker. Sometimes I trip over the R's. It's hard. Yeah, it's about your grandparents. Maybe there is... If your grandparents passed over, and I talked about spirits earlier, or like spirit guides, my grandparents are most definitely spirit guides, and it's very interesting. One grandfather of mine that I never met because he died before I was even born, kind of like, I feel like he's one of the strongest connections I have with this other world, so it's interesting. So yeah, maybe there is something that you can some answers that you can find by connecting to the lives of your grandparents, or if they're still alive, of course, then just by connecting with your grandparents. They might be able to help you through some I don't even want to say your situation right now, your personal situation right now might not, it seems very stable. With little hiccups with this Page of Wands, but very stable. This relationship situation is maybe a little more challenging, but still, you know, it's very grown and very smart and very responsible how you're handling this situation. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for a like, subscribe, comment. Please subscribe to this channel. Come on, you can do it. It's not hard. And you want to see all the readings that I'm uploading. So subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.